World of Warships Legends. Today we have a really, I'd say, decent Harlem game up for you. It's gonna be a little bit of Victorian's chaos and a, well, decent base XP, I guess, was no plain XP, but yeah, just a little Johan De Witt game that I had and just pretty good, so I decided to put it on. Anyways, so we have, I don't know if you saw the leaderboard, but we have a division team with two members. One of them being a Smoland named Torpbait Tink, who's gonna do a pretty good job at spying for us. So we're gonna take a defensive position here, as you can see behind this island. We're gonna try to abuse our conceal of 9.2 kilometers. And we're gonna try to drop this contact here. Now, Johan De Witt, the bomb spread is pretty large, which is gonna, like, it's really large, as you can see, which is gonna allow us to drop him without missing much. But that also makes the bomb spread out more. Still, when you're dropping, I think it was 65 bombs on Johan with 36, I think, millimeter pin, you're gonna hit most bombs, and our first salvo of bombs did 23k to that conkeck, so, or conqueror, so yeah, that's pretty nice. So really far, that just explains how good the bomb this thing can be. And here we have a GK pushing into us, and we typically fearing a 406mm or 420mm gun ship, which is pretty large in caliber. I'm gonna try to back off a little bit, or stay in my place at least, because he's pushing us right now. But I tried getting closer to his, so as you can see, we can use our air support skill, which the Musashi activated, not the GK. But yeah, we're gonna use our air support skill, which is a really stupidly good skill in my opinion on first name, which is our commander that we're using in this game. So we get spotted by VK, second start opening up the name by starts opening. And luckily for us, Johan has some pretty good it had a little icebreaker which can be automatic any gun in the entire game right now, which is gonna help us, of course. But perhaps I want to force an HE at him, so we can maybe set a fire if we can DCPs and set a fire with our bombs, because the bombs, they have limited, I would say limited reach, because our bombs can they can just fly over islands because they get off from airplanes. So we're gonna try using our HE so we can set up our fire, which we do right here. I don't think it's a fire, I think he damage calmed it, and we're gonna get our bombs back in about 12 seconds here. Now, it wouldn't be in a great pleasure for us to nuke this conkeck with these bombs, when these bombs shred concecks, which is pretty nice. That goes the same for Howden Lu, I think that's how you pronounce it. So we're gonna try to go get one for the conkeck, and we're gonna drop one on GK. I drop in the place I think the conkeck is, and we get a couple bombs on him, and then the GK, I mean poor GK, that ship just eats it. Although its deck is really armored, like pretty good armored, which is gonna shadow most of our HE bombs. We can absolutely shred him by dropping superstructure. Now, as you can see here, there are a couple people behind some BBs, which I don't really mind, but I was fearing that this Musashi was gonna push up, and I might get crossfired by the GK under conkick, which was always not fun. Fortunately for us, the enemy Musashi will indeed push up, but our battleships will kill him. So that is something nice to have and think about, that we survive this engagement. So yeah, I think we're gonna try and drop a couple of enemies turning diagonally into us, which is really good. You want ships facing you in these just push diagonally, because that means you can drop most of your bombs, unlike horizontally, because then you would drop those bombs because the area of which the ship is coming in is no, the area which you drop your bombs on is diagonal. These ships, well, it depends on your position, but pretty diagonal, and you want a diagonal ship towards you, which we had on the Musashi. Well, he did turn out, but we did have him for a slight moment. Here, I think Tink is gonna call us for support, which, yeah, here he does. And we're gonna, now here, he did a very good job on making me realize that he needs support, because I was trying to get into A, but I figured our battleships would probably take her of A. There's 3 of them, and a low health GK, and Gokek stands almost no chance when it's facing alone. Well, with a GK, but GK won't do really much. Gokek won't stand any chance against our 3 battleships, which can of course nuke him. Fortunately, he comes out of this corner, which means we're gonna be able to get some shots in. We finally gonna be, I think we get spotted by the GK here, or this is gonna fire, which is a beautiful thing about. And yeah, we play a couple more times. Now we have the legendary wheel mount on Johan De Witt, which is gonna allow us to deal a extra 5% damage for each hit per kill, so, and that is really nice and fun because you really leave a lot of permafalls on people, so you're gonna get a lot of kills, which is gonna increase your main battery damage. And as you can see, these things, wow, I do think the Harlem's guns are pretty weak because they get battled with the dispersion. But yet Destiny has some wild bombs, and here we're gonna drop this Concave with our main battery guns. I say drop, we're gonna file a couple salvos on him, and I think we're gonna drop the GK in minutes when we get our bombs back. Yeah, that's about it. And here I didn't see how long the solutions was spotted, so my bad if he was spotted for a long time. But we turn our ship, try to get the guns on him pretty fast because I think is not outsmart. Do well against Lucian, in my opinion. Unfortunately for us, we only get 1 shell hit on us, which is pretty bad. I would have preferred a little bit more out of that. But yeah, the enemy had some pretty strong division one. I don't think if you started the starting point with the leaderboard shown, we get I think that's 2 permafire if you can goes out, and that is the extra 5% damage. Here we see the Republic, and we're gonna try to go for this island for now. This was pretty risky because we could have gotten rushed by both the Johan and Schlieffen and Republic, but fortunately for us, I think it was the Smart that took out the Lucian, which is just gonna make this engagement so much better because we will not get spotted a single chance. Republic, I think he tries to take this point first into Smolensk. Fortunately for us, he's not gonna do much. We take some shots at him, and we get a lot of pen with these 2040 militaries. And these things are really nice when they hit. Yeah, when they hit, because this thing has better cruiser dispersion. Well, it's still pretty accurate in my opinion. I just think that 240 millimeters is just a tad bit too small to have better cruiser dispersion. But these guns still have to reckon they are definitely better than Harlem's Dual 3s. And here we're gonna fire a couple shots at Reprob and then drop him. I think we set a fire him, but he de-seated. And we're gonna try to use the reflex against the Reprob and the front guns against the Johan De Witt, the enemy Johan De Witt. And we get 1 shell straight into the superstructure, and he was pretty low, so we take him out. Fortunately, now we only have a Schlieffen. Now, initially I thought of pushing this, but then I remembered that Schlieffen is really close, and we're most likely not survive pushing him like this, so yeah, we have the Johan De Witt as well, which can drop us, but yeah, that's about it. And then we realize that he's coming towards us, which was pretty nice, so that's something. And he's getting still diagonally into us as well, which is really fortunate for us. So as you can see, we can drop some the balance shielding while remaining undetected, because the concealment on these two creatures is absolutely vile. It's pretty low. I have it down to 9.2, I think, and that's not even the most you can get. But the best thing out of them is definitely the time to go dark, because if you do the enforcement, which I am doing on these tactical cruisers, synchronously all of them, that we get a wither here, absolutely disgusting. Poor Shalifan, I can't imagine what he's like right now. He's just suffering. Yeah, these things are pretty fight to hard against, and pretty hard to counter as well. We're gonna have a really good armor scheme. And I said before, the ground has ice beacon, which cannot be overmatched by any kind of the entire game for now. Unless you can add something that might overmatch it one day, but I don't think so. We get a Confederate here, kill off the Schlieffen, and absolutely try to murder this enemy Johan. We've creeped up past 200k right now, so pretty decent game, I guess. Yeah, I can see we didn't push this, because we would have definitely died, I think, because we could have had a few seabirds at us. And as I said before, Johan's gun wildly looks small, 240mm, which is not small at all, to be honest. It's like 9.5 inches in caliber. But yeah, we finished off the game. These guns are still lethal, we finished them off. Pretty good amount of metals, 3.5k base, so yeah, a good game for us, and have a great day.